Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Marvel Zombies Black, White, and Blood number 4. This is the last issue of this series. Let's really quickly take a look at the creative team, then we'll dive a little bit deeper into their actual stories. So we have 3 different stories by Steve Skroce with Brian Reaver on art, Stephanie Phillips with Danny Earls, Mary Sanginovi and San Giovanni, Stephanie Landini, and Espen Grutengern with Martin Biro as the editor. We'll get deep into each of the stories, but let me give you a quick synopsis for this last issue. Few survivors remain who will make it out alive. 3 more sagas from the front lines of the Marvel apocalypse, the final desperate remnants of humanity in a Marvel universe full of horror. Blade makes his last stand in the evil Stark, dangerous polar north. A lone Punisher faces down a horde, and the decision that very well may be his last, and SHANNA the She-Devil battles in the savage land, an onslaught that can only be described with 2 words: zombie dinosaurs. What more can we say? What more do you want out of a comic book? Don't miss out the bloodiest installment yet. Uh, yeah, we have 3 really strong stories. They all have um, funny enough, I think the Blade story is the one that's a little bit more hopeful, even if it starts very grim. No pun intended, but Ben Grimm is definitely part of that. So let's talk about that story first. This is the Strange Ass Bedfellows by Steve Skroce and Brian Reaver. Uh, I first of all, Steve Skroce, like he's a fantastic writer, artist, creator. Uh, and it's really cool to see his unique take in this world of the Marvel zombies. I really love the revelation of like how most of the heroes are now kind of gone because of the zombie apocalypse. So Blade must turn to the things that he's fought his whole life, right? And I'll kind of leave it at that. I don't want to go too deep into details, but it's very interesting the way the story develops. There's a lot of really cool fights. I think Scrolls' art really fits the aesthetic that you want in a gritty, war torn apocalypse landscape. So that's very, very cool. The next story is Last Man Standing. This is the Punisher story by Stephanie Phillips with art by Danny Earls. I think this one had my favorite art of the 3. As much as I love Scroce's art, this one just had something. I think it's probably the coloring that I feel like the use of the red tint inside of this, like the nuclear base or wherever Frank is going, trying to respond to a call for hope and maybe a solution to this world. Of course, Frank has never been one to really go out there and try to save the day, but Stephanie Phillips just finds a way to really bring this character to make it feel like Frank, but also maybe give us a little bit of a twist towards the end. So very interesting stuff. A lot of really cool bloody battles because it is the Punisher taking on zombies. But I think the end of this one, just the way that Frank has to pretty much make a decision, really, really work. Really fun story, and it kind of heartbreaking. I think all these 3 stories, they just get sadder and sadder as we go into the issue. So the last one I'll talk about, and this one was probably the one I was the least knowledgeable about because I forgot who Shauna was. Shauna of the Dead, great number, like just fantastic name. By Mary San Giovanni with Stefano Landini on art, Espen Grutengern on colors, and letters by Clayton Cowles. We are in the savage land. You have zombie dinosaurs. I love how clean the line work is on this one, as opposed to the previous 2 stories where we have a lot of big, like, let me go back and show you, like, just a lot of grit, heavy lines, heavy inks, a lot of coloring, like, a lot of different shades. Whereas this one is just very clean, very straightforward. It it reminds me a little bit of some of those old publications, like just some of those old comics that, because they were black and white and they were trying to be conservative, it's just very clean line work, and I really enjoyed Landini there. Uh, this one is just like, what do you do when dinosaurs start kind of doing everything? Like, there's a lot of, you get to see, I think it's Kazar and his tiger, and the story just gets sadder and sadder as you go by, and the conclusion is just heartbreaking. So yeah, really cool stuff. I really enjoyed all three of these stories. I was able to pick up the Shanna variant cover. You'll see that at the end of the video, along with some other stuff. So yeah, I hope Marvel revisits this idea again, because I love the anthology format. I love revisiting and giving creators just so much freedom to express how they see a possible Marvel Zombies universe. And of course, because there are very few rules and restrictions, they really get to push the envelope in some of these things. But overall, I think all the creators have really captured the essence of how those characters would react in that situation. So yeah, very fun. It's going to be a great, when this is together, either in the Marvel Unlimited app or on the trade. Highly recommend you pick up all 4 issues, however you want to. And stay tuned in the channel. We'll definitely talk more about different Marvel books as they come out. We love these anthologies, so we'll keep up. We'll keep up with this in the future. So, if you have read this book, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments, as always. Thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.